Hello, breeders. Welcome back to WWE ECW. It's episode number 8, and it is August the 1st, 2006. A big episode of ECW. We're back in the Hammerstein Ballroom in New York City, New York. And we get to see a couple of pretty exciting matches to go ahead. We get the continuing of the feud between Test and with Mike Knox and Tommy Dreamer and the Sandman. We get to see the debut of CM Punk. We get to see the return of Kurt Angle. And we get to see Batista and the Big Show get booed out of the building. Now, yeah, there'll be a big segment on that later. As lads, you paid for you paid to come to the show, you idiots.
As the title of the video, I don't give out many titles for the video. I usually do this post-production.
The alternate title is "Fuck Your Fans."
The title for this video is going to be "Fuck Your Fans," obviously spelled weirdly because, of course, YouTube does not want the word "fuck" in a title.
Yeah.
So it'll be like "FUK fans," your fans, and I just want to say this show is shit, but it's great at the same time because the one thing, like there's two things that go in common with Hammerstein Ballroom fans: they're sweaty and they're virgins. Like I don't like using that term loosely, but like fuck me, these guys are very much fucking. We paid for ECW. We want ECW. Not realizing that this is not ECW. This is WWE ECW. You're not paying to see RVD.
I don't hate it though. It's not like, you can get upset because ultimately, you're here to see the ECW guys. But let's be real. If you looked at any of the previous ECW shows that you haven't watched since One Night Stand, you know that Big Show's the champion, and Big Show's defended it on every single ECW he's been involved in since he won the belt. And yet, when you get the fucking match with Big Show in it, you start complaining. Like, motherfucker. What's wrong with you? He's been doing hardcore stuff. And it's all build. It's all build to Sabu coming out at the end as well. That's the whole fucking point of the match. They just roll with it. But regardless, that's the ECW fans get what they want. The dark matches are shit. You get Balls Mahoney defeating Rene Dupree. Great. Fantastic.
Fair enough.
Yep, Brian Kendrick and Paul London defeating Little Guido and Tony Mamaluke. Brian Kendrick and Paul London. Yeah, sure. Maybe they shouldn't. Maybe it is Little Guido. He's not going to win fucking anything. You get Stevie Richards defeating Roadkill. Great. You get CW Anderson. The bald lad with a fucking huge cranium, like the size of his head, is unreasonable. He looks like he's got a chef hat on his head. That's how large his head is.
Who's CW Anderson?
Yeah. Defeats Shannon Moore. And then we get into the actual show. It kicks off after a bit of a promo talking about the Mike Knox and Sandman feud, and obviously the recent, with Dreamer and Tess getting involved. And this match is a 8-minute match. It's an Extreme Rules match. It's back and forth. And ultimately it ends up with Dreamer just getting driven through a lot of fucking shit. Like, Dreamer just gets driven through a fucking barbed wire table. He gets put through it again. The one thing I noticed is that even the Hammerstein Arena don't give a fuck about Tommy Dreamer. It's quite impressive.
It's funny, right, when you look at it, because obviously each venue or each crowd are going to have their favorites. Do you know, how I describe this? You know, like in Scotland, when you go to an ICW show and Grado's on it, he's obviously going to be the fan favorite.
Yeah, of course.
Like you go to Chicago and CM Punk's on it, he's obviously going to be the hometown favorite. So you go to Canada, Edge and Christian are on it, hometown favorites, or Jericho, depending on who you ask, before 2023. So yeah, Nature Boy again in North Carolina. So I understand, but fucking Hammerstein Ballroom is their home. I know it's in Philly, but it's their technically home.
Yeah.
And I love how they're like, we came for ECW. Sandman comes out, yeah, Sandman, we love you, Sandman. Have my fucking kids, Sandman. We fucking love you, Sandman. Woo, Tommy Dreamer. Mike Knox. Woo, woo.
Yeah, it's
Test. Woo. But Tommy Dreamer just fucking, he comes out, they're all like, yeah, oh, it's an RVD. Yeah, oh, fuck. Yeah.
we don't like how is Dreamer's no one's favorite wrestler. Even his kids like Sandman more.
Is that true?
No, it's making
Imagine that was true. Dad, can you bring over our favorite wrestler, Sandman? Fucking Salmon comes in with a cane, fucking gigging himself.
Like, it's just, and this match does go 8 minutes. It's it ends as Knox and Sandman like fight to the back, and then Tess is alone with Dreamer. Dreamer spanks Kelly. It's great.
EC dub.
Like
EC dub.
You joked and said it was like a fucking pig like squealing. I'd be squealing too if Tommy Dreamer's bleeding hand touching my fucking ass. Prime of my life. 18 years old, attractive as fuck. Tommy Dreamer gets to touch my ass.
Just wanted to chime in here. Right, the ECW fans are not smart. Right, because they chant "You suck cock." Oh, we assume it's directed at Mike Knox and Test, but like specify it, lads. They also say Kelly's got herpes or she has herpes, and I'm like, yep, ECW for you, lads.
we respect women in ECW. We do, I swear. Especially when they take their clothes off. Great. Cheers, lads. Do you fucking respect Bubbles by giving her fucking 20s instead of 1s? You fucking sad little bastard. Wrong with yous.
Obviously the highlights for me are just Mike Knox and Test beating the shit out of Tommy Dreamer and Sandman. One thing you will notice on this show, in the 2 matches that ECW originals appear on, I think it's only 2.
Yeah.
They lose. The originals lose.
Yeah.
Which is ironic.
None of the ECW lads win.
Yeah,
except for Balls Mahoney.
In the dark match. Which is funny, but this match is honestly, it's a great opener. I will say, because it goes 8 minutes, they're beating the shit out of each other.
Yeah.
But the problem is, this is our kind of ECW. This is not what the hardcore fans paid for, which is ironic because
but the thing that works is they're actually chanting for it though. They're booing Test, they're booing fucking Mike Knox, they're cheering Sandman. No one cares about Dreamer. But they're actually they're doing it. They're doing the thing. But yeah, it ends after Dreamer gets thrown into the barbed wire board, and then Tess picks him up and then throws him back into it, hits him with a TKO for the 3 in an 8 minutes and 22 second match. And then it was a fine match. It was okay. It was it's the one Extreme Rules match we get tonight, so just take it as you get it.
And obviously, how Tommy Dreamer got thrown into the barbed wire board is because Paul Heyman.
Oh yes.
Security guards come out and fucking just threw him into it. And I don't know if you copped on, but fucking Paul Heyman did the Raven taunt.
Yeah,
he did the.
Well, it's because he's the Messiah. He's trying to be. He's like, I'm like Jesus Christ. I'm dying for your sins. But yeah, the Raven taunt. Yeah.
He just. I was expecting him just to sit in the corner going, "Why me? Why me?"
I thought he was going to get set up to hit a DDT or something for a second. Like, it looked like the guards were going to be like, "Come here, Paul."
He starts doing this. Yeah, 1, 2, 3. You all love it. Way.
Hits him with an old Jake the Snake fucking DDT. Dreamer's dead.
How does Dusty do it? Like the fucking
hey,
just fucking starts doing that. The roly polies.
Sorry, who?
I don't know what they're called. I just call them the roly polies. But like imagine
I
fucking
feel
Paul
like
Heyman.
it feels like one of the most British words known to man.
What,
A
roly poly?
jam roly poly.
You know me, I just think of that little fucking that little cartoon of roly poly. The fucking the green and purple guy. Mate, if he came out on ECW, I'd be chanting for him. I don't know how it'd work, but I'd be fucking chanting for him. Roly
Oh,
poly comes out.
I
Um,
I love Test. I love Mike Knox. Dreamer sucks, and Sandman's alright, but he didn't get to do much either. Yeah,
he
nice
hits a
drop kick.
yeah,
It's fucking
yeah.
sweet drop kick. Absolutely takes the fuck
Fucking
out of Test.
and Maven drop kick. Some would say.
Yeah. It was fun like start 8 minutes longer than the typical ECW first match. Next up we get the promo for CM Punk saying I'm CM Punk, hello, and then CM Punk comes out and says hello again, and he's facing good old PJ Palumbo.
Obviously before this, Paul Heyman's walking backstage with catering. We do see the gorilla position because they've nowhere else to put the fucking gorilla position. They absolutely have nowhere else. And so it's like you can see. I think it's Vince. I'm pretty sure it's Vince. He's sat in the back just talking to some blog, and all the ECW lads are like walking up the catering. They're like, "Ah, fuck off, who, fuck off." And then Sabu's like, he's like, "I want to fight Big Show," and Paul Heyman's like, "You're not fighting Big Show." He's like, "I want to fight Big Show." You're
He
not
doesn't
fighting
actually
him,
say
pal.
any of this.
He doesn't say that, but
Like,
he's
fortunately,
implying
he's
he
not
wants
made
to.
to talk yet, so he does just stare at him.
And then we get the CM Punk promo, and he comes out. This fire burns. What do you think of it?
Oh, it's
Like
the
out
best.
of
It's a great theme. It's a great theme. I will say I got it wrong, okay, because he doesn't face Shannon Moore yet. Shannon Moore is yet to debut. He faces good old PJ Palumbo, which is Piggy's way of saying just incredible.
that's his name. That's his
Yeah,
actual indie name.
but yeah,
It's fucking
Fireburns is pretty good. It's a good theme. It perfectly suits him. Yeah, it's great. Just love it. Like one of the themes that in the games you always just choose. Yeah, go on then. For me,
originally
it was
made
either
for
that or like Regal's theme, which I'll just steal each time.
obviously this fire
Or
burns
heel dink. Sorry, or heel dink, heel doink.
heel dink. Obviously this fire burns was originally for Randy Orton, and then I went to CM Punk.
Didn't suit him at all, did it?
Just coming out, this fire burns, and it's like, it's not working, lads.
Yeah, especially because he had a much more like
cocky walk, I want to say.
I think it's more so. Just Randy's not edgy. That's the kind of Fire Burns is a very fucking grungy type. Obviously, not like maybe music like sound, but like it's much more like edgier type fucking. Like it suits CM Punk more, and then even fucking Randy Orton's "Burn of My Light," it was kind of still more of like a slightly more punky type fucking. It's not the heaviest of shit, and you can't really have it be the heaviest of shit because it's Randy Orton. He's squeaky clean, unless it's his penis that's going in your hand.
Allegedly. Obviously, I love Punk's ROH theme, Sarah Cantonair. I can never pronounce it.
Don't give a fuck.
I don't mind that one. I like him in the shorts.
Did you watch any of his ROH matches?
I watched some, yeah. I watched some. I didn't watch all of it, but I watched some. I always go to in school on my laptop. I used to always watch one CM Punk match. This before he returned to AEW, and it was the Raven versus CM Punk in the Clockwork Orange match in ROH. Fucking brilliant match. I used to watch like the teacher go, "You have a few 3 minutes, Piggy. Fucking pop that bad boy on." And then it's like, we cannot share the audio because the audio has been blocked. And the original audio used is copyrighted. Yeah. So it's just like CM Punk, Raven,
Yeah.
Colt Cabana's interfering.
Classic.
Oh. But,
yeah, I've never watched any of his ROH stuff. I'm not a fucking loser.
I recommend the Raven stuff if you ever did want to go back and watch it.
No.
The Raven stuff is just great. Obviously Punk was a student of Raven and then turned on him, and then they had a lovely feud. And then obviously that would be kind of repeated with CM Punk versus MJF, kind of, where MJF's a big fan of CM Punk, and then the greatest trick the devil ever pulled was making you people think he didn't exist. But I am the devil. There's something like that.
Cuckoo, cuckoo.
Cuckoo, cuckoo. I am the Lord. I am the devil. You are the devil. We are all the devil. But yeah, the Punk's in ECW. It's honestly so weird seeing him
out in his like classic like yellow and black like trunks. He's looking good. He's looking not fucking tired. he's looking good.
What do you think of this before a chest tattoo? Chest tattoo.
Like, honestly, most of his tattoos are a bit shit. I'll be real with you. Like, I'd never really took the time to take a look at them, but most of his tattoos are a bit garbage, in my opinion. What was the fucking thing where wasn't there a period of time where may have been like 08 where Punk was like, oh yeah, or maybe it was just before he's going to WWE. He decided like, okay, I need to beef the fuck up, and then he just got fat, and then he went, ah, this ain't me. This ain't me. He tells a story somewhere. Oh yeah, it was when he was in OVW, I think. He went, oh yeah, I have to beef up a bit, but ultimately, yeah, that's not what he wanted. It's not why you get CM Punk. You don't need him to be a beefy fucker.
Like obviously, people like CM Punk's honestly that he's a great wrestler. Like it's just so funny, like how there's this tribalism around him now.
He's one of the greatest of all time.
Yeah, and if you fight anyone on that, they'll go, "Well, you're a loser." And
yeah,
of course. Fair enough. Because you're either Team Punk, or if you don't agree with what Punk did in certain companies, you're not a Punk fan, and it's like, oh, fuck off, mate. Just because I don't agree with what he did in a company does not mean I'm not a fan. That's fucking stupid. That's like saying you're not a Snuka fan.
I don't really. I mean, why you're comparing a guy who just fucking got fired from his job to a murderer?
But that's like saying
it's more. Look, mate, we don't need to get into this. But the one thing we need to just say to just get it across is the fans on this show are an example of the worst wrestling fans.
Exactly.
If you don't like it, fuck off. This show's shit. You paid for it, you idiots. You paid to be here. Now just enjoy the fucking show. You got your ECW, guys. Now it's time for the WWE ECW stuff. Like maybe watch the TV show, you wankers.
But like I love Punk here. I it's so weird seeing without his chest tattoo or short hair. It's so weird.
It's cool. I look forward to it. Obviously it'll be fun. It'll be fun to kind of catch some of the pay-per-views as we go on, as he moves like beyond ECW. Like I don't know how deep we'll get, but it'll be cool to see like stuff in like even when he ascends a bit higher. We'll obviously get to see him win the Money in the Bank, and we get to see a lot of cool stuff. Basically, the one thing, at least in time, the pay-per-views, since they're no longer exclusive beyond Mania 23, at least we get to see stacked shows with actual good wrestlers. And not even just like work rate wrestlers. So I don't give a fuck. Like at least just like it's a fairly okay time in wrestling, I'll say, where you do have stars and you do have just interesting characters. So look forward to seeing it progress. But yes, he defeats Just Incredible in 4 minutes 13. Without he is without the GTS just yet. He's still using the Anaconda device, and what? Like he has the like springboard clothesline. Did he do the butterfly backbreaker yet?
I think he did.
Yeah, because I blanked out this match. I'll be real with you. So like you get to use some of the cool like starter Punk moves, which is all fun, and I do Like, it's a shame that he doesn't do the fucking butterfly. Shame that he doesn't do the butterfly backbreaker anymore. That move's sick.
I always loved the Pepsi plunge he did. Like, honestly,
yeah, it's alright.
It's just funny because I believe Paul Heyman was telling a story that like he couldn't use the Pepsi plunge because the big guy in the company was Triple H, and you don't want to use someone else's finisher in that time period because you would get probably buried because Triple H would probably like.
And he's also probably not winning as much as Triple H.
Yeah.
And you know, if you use the finisher and lose, fuck you. That's what. But
You're
yeah,
fired.
I mean, it's just
but like
kind of.
It's great to see CM Punk here. It's going to be great when we get through like 07 and 08
I mean,
ECW.
we just need to get through December to Dismember first. Just need to get through that first.
Yeah, once we get through that, like before, it will be like diarrhea flying out of your system because fuck me, it will be fast. Like, don't get me wrong, the trajectory we're going in on the road to SummerSlam,
yeah,
06 is good, but 06 and 07, mainly 07 till about June-ish, is a bit of a dark time in ECW. Let's be a bit real.
Yeah, it's slowly becoming less and less ECW and more WWE, and that's just the transition you have to stomach. Which I'm fine with. Fuck them. Fuck ECW. You're shit. All your wrestlers you've kept are shit, except Stevie Richards, who's a legend, and Sabu and RVD. But otherwise, I don't know why I'm shouting out Stevie Richards one time. I don't know why he's the first wrestler I bring up. RVD is like fucking the only wrestlers I'd actually keep from old ECW now in this time period. I'd keep RVD, I'd keep Sandman, I'd keep Sabu, I'd keep Stevie Richards, fuck it. Dreamer can stay, I guess. I'm missing out one, probably.
Big Show.
Yeah, but he's not an ECW guy. But out of the ECW that roster that's been brought back, Sandman, RVD, Sabu, Stevie Richards, Dreamer, just about that. Like, that's all I'd keep. I don't care about any of the others. They're all shit.
Personally, I'd bring in I'd honestly just give the Cruiserweight division to ECW.
Yeah.
If I did change it, I'd also try and get Mike Awesome in and Masaru Tanaka if I could. I know Mike Awesome at this time.
Definitely bring Awesome in.
I know at this time he's battling his demons, but fucking hell, you bring in Awesome? Oh Jesus!
Yeah, like that. Like we joked that the one time. We joked that one time. Fucking Friend Slater said, you know, if everybody just watched 90s Japan, the wrestling would be larger. And we went, yeah, fuck off. But if you bring in Mike Awesome and he just has his fucking I'm gonna beat the shit out of you matches, like, he'd be fucking sick.
We'd love him. Like, yeah, for context, me, Ash, and Slater having a conversation, and we just talked about the Attitude Era. And Slater goes, well, you know, 90s Japan was big. And I'm like, yeah. But if you're in the 90s and you're watching between WWF and WCW, and then you have Japan, are you going to choose Crash TV, or is there two big hosses beefing each other out? And they just went, beefing each other out. And I went, you're wrong, because the average fan would go for WWF and maybe WCW, maybe, depending what Monday it is.
Yeah.
And they went, no. I think if you just give everyone 90s Japan wrestling, they'd watch it. Fair. I'm like, fuck, fair enough. Fair enough. You're right.
I think this was while I was watching
Revolution,
and we were just like, at the end, we just got tired of it because it was just like the most like it was like two drunk dads at the end of a party, just fuck you, nah, fuck you, swing, miss, falls over, funny. Yeah,
but like you will hear our friends later give some opinions when we eventually get them on the podcast, whenever that is.
Yeah.
So tune into that. Next is anything on the CM Punk match?
No, it was a decent enough match. 4 minutes, nice introduction. Crowd liked him. all you need.
Next, Shannon Moore.
Yeah, he's sat in a subway station in his gear, looking upset. He is the reject after all.
He is
and
the Painmaker.
Exactly. But next up, we have the Brooklyn Brawler, and it's like, wait, hold on, Sandman's already had his segment. Who's gonna come out now? And so Brooklyn Brawler's like, hey, I was too extreme for Raw. I was too hardcore for SmackDown. I'm ready to be the ECW World Heavyweight Champion. And then fucking Kurt Angle comes out like, oh shit.
Not even Kurt Angle, it's fucking Park Angle. I'm like, oh,
beep,
fuck.
beep, 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 beep. Fucking.
If he had his TNA theme at this time in WWE, I'd be like, oh, fuck. Jesus. Like he comes out. Like, I don't know how to describe this. But like again, with the Hammerstein Ballroom, obviously they have their favourites. Again, like you mentioned, Scotland has Grado, Chicago has CM Punk, North Carolina has Ric Flair. And they fucking embrace Kurt Angle. Like Kurt Angle literally walks out and all the fans are like, yeah, Kurt, fucking slapping him on the back.
It's because it feels like Kurt embraced ECW, right?
Yeah,
that's how I describe it.
Like Jesus, they're literally like the Brooklyn Brawler is literally like a villain. I didn't no, he's like he's Judas and Kurt Angle is Jesus. Like he's literally coming out here. Fucks up Brooklyn Brawler, please. Like when people say Kurt Angle was not a good wrestler, I go look at him in 06. Look at him in 06.
Who says Kurt wasn't a good wrestler?
There's people who go, Kurt wasn't a great wrestler. He was only a good comedy wrestler. And I'm like, come on, lads, you've not seen his TNA work.
Fucking hell, mate? What demented cunts take that one? What's fucking wrong with you? You know, you say Chris Jericho's shit. I'm on that train. I'm willing. I think he's criminally overrated, and honestly, probably should have never been a world champion anywhere. I think he just lucked his way into it. I think he's shit. But Kurt Angle, come on, man. Let's be fucking reasonable here.
Kurt Angle is, to me, one of the greatest. He is my favourite wrestler. Like I love his TNA work. I love his fucking WWE work. I know people say you weren't born to see his work. Yes, I might have been a child, but like you fucking go rewatch that shit. Oh Jesus! Like I always say, my favorite.
Ridiculous.
Like I always say, my favorite TNA like multi-man match is obviously Leave for Lockdown 2007. The infamous one where the cameraman fuck up because Kurt Angle throws AJ Styles off the cage, but they kind of miss. They kind of missed the shot. But I'll always say he has the greatest debut in TNA. No matter who you are, like CM Punk's up there in AEW. CM Punk is up there. Bryan's up there. Adam Cole's kind of up there. But Kurt Angle, fucking hell. Like when Joe's in the ring and fucking just that theme plays and he just rises with the American flag over him and he just spits out water and walks down the ring. You're going to be fucked up, Joe. You're going to get fucked up. You're fucked, mate. You're fucked. And they just beat the shit out of each other. I love it. Like, that's what I love for Kurt Angle. Like anyone, I don't care. I know the CCW podcast, but seek out his debut. It's one of the greatest. It's how you build a wrestler in minutes. Like it's how you get someone that over. Except for when Jarrett runs in at the end and steals the belt. But we'll ignore it.
Yeah, no, I still genuinely believe I'm uncovering this opinion, but I think that Jericho only became world champion when everybody else was fucking injured or gone. Because where's The Rock and Austin at that time when him and Triple H are feuding over the belt? Where are they? And then in like 2010, where Triple H is fucking winding out, Shawn's gone. You have Edge, like that World Heavyweight title picture is Jack Swagger, Kane, Edge, fucking Jericho. Like, oh, get me out. And his AEW runs just garbage, so fuck Chris Jericho.
And he's ROH champion as well.
It just doesn't matter. Who cares? Just think, I didn't realize I had this opinion till now. I just think Jericho's just he's managed to politic his way into being a lot more of a bigger deal than he actually is. Like how many like outside eyes do you reckon Jericho actually got to AEW? Because I don't think he fucking brought any.
Again, it's just funny because Chris Jericho's became everything he hated, like in wrestling. Like he again, there's a great. They bring him up again. Why not? He's dead. There's a great promo with Snuka he does, where he's like calling Snuka like, "You're only in the like taken away from you're taken away from the modern generation. You're old. You're hurt. You're still. Why are you still kicking? Like, why are you still here? Why are you still wrestling?" And it's a great promo. And I'm like, Jesus, when you look at this in 2009 and now look at it in 2024.
I mean, I don't want to say he is just becoming Randy the Ram from The Wrestler.
But he literally switched the role with Snuka. Where he's become that all part-timer. It's like, maybe. I know I'm in a feud that's going to go for a year, but maybe I'll kick your fucking teeth in. And he always fails.
But I still believe if he never lucked into those title runs, he'd be fucking nobody at this point. Like, he'd still be bona fide IC title.
Or Fozzy.
No, but I don't even... What? Fucking still as Fozzy. Yeah, I still have the picture of the shit I took in the toilet earlier. Want to see it? No. Fucking still as Fozzy. You cunt. What's wrong with you? Fucking incredible stuff. Great one, mate.
I love bringing it up, but for people who don't know why he left in 05, he left. Yeah, it's fucking shit. He left to focus on his music career, and then returned in 07. Oh fuck! As we dive more into ECW, we're gonna see more Jericho. Well, he's not going to be on ECW. He's going to be off the paper, and it's going to be fucking exciting seeing Ash's dead. He still has Fozzy, mate. He'll be fine.
He's just he's so shit. He's so shit.
I love how I watched it the first time. You caught it, but you didn't catch it. And then I said it the second time.
It's just, what's the fucking point, honestly? What's the fucking point? He's so shit. Fuck Jericho. He's garbage. Like I said, he just lucked into being a champion at the weakest times in the division. Like, yeah, where was The Rock and Austin in 01? When he was feuding with Triple H? Don't actually know. Like, could be making shit up.
Austin was a heel, but Rock was also becoming a part-timer because he filmed the Scorpion King. He fucked off for a bit, and then they put the belt on Jericho, which I believe was just to get Triple H over at Mania 18.
Yeah. He won it, never won again, got beaten by Triple H at Mania. Yeah, just fuck Jericho. Like I said, champion at the weakest times in the belts. Maybe not in the belt's history, but in some of the weakest times of the belts that he won. And I like I said, just politicked his way into actually being a high-profile figure in AEW.
How the fuck did we make this about Jericho and it's a Kurt Angle match?
I think it was you were saying how people say that Kurt Angle's shit, and I went, fuck off, Jericho's shit, actually. on brand, like, can't say I'm not consistent. But yeah, Kurt Angle batters the Brooklyn Brawler in a minute. He takes the ankle and fucking just ruins him. It's great.
I do recommend people fucking seek out, like, whenever Angle does an ankle lock, seek out Shamrock on Kurt. This is how you do an ankle lock, and he actually, like, it's so funny because Shamrock's like, this is how you do it, and he's actually locking in the ankle lock. Like they both do great ankle locks, but Shamrock's like, mine's obviously better. Like,
yeah,
so I actually grab the ankle and actually go and pull on it.
Yeah.
Like I'm actually about to snap it, and I'm like, fuck's sake. Like, I understand Shamrock's a dangerous cunt, but fuck me. Like, if I had to choose between taking an ankle lock from Kurt or Shamrock, I'm choosing Kurt. I'd rather take it from Kurt.
Oh, yeah, because Shamrock would fuck you up. Like, I don't want to take it from Angle or Shamrock.
Yeah, I wouldn't take it from Shamrock.
I'm not fucking with Shamrock. But yeah, all right, that's that bit. Is there any segment between this and the main event though?
There has to be. I think there was, but I can't think of it.
I think it's just a promo. It's just a promo for the match, honestly. Because your main event is Batista versus The Big Show for the ECW Championship. And the match was nothing because it was a match dominated by the fans being surprised that The Big Show's the champion. And like, how these aren't ECW guys. And whilst watching the show, I was a bit furious. I don't even care anymore. I just think, I think the WWE, I think the ECW fandom's just shit. I think it's based on the wanky, like, the wanky wrestling fans who believe, like, oh, we're edgy because we like ECW. It's like, yeah, okay. Fucking, it got bought by WWE anyways, you fucking shit cunts. Grow up. What's wrong with yous? Like, they hijacked the match as well by just chanting just nonsense, like, change the chant. It's like, you bought the tickets, you losers. You bought the tickets. You paid to sit there and cross your fucking arms and legs. I'm not enjoying this. And, the match is shit. It is shit. But I love it because fuck you, ECW fans. Like, what if you don't like it, why are you there? Why are you here? You should know that the Big Show's the champion. Why are you here? Yeah.
It's I don't mean to rag on anyone, but it's like that guy Joe, who's obviously great friends with us. He's like, I fucking hate AEW, but I'm going to All In. I'm like,
yeah.
It's kind of the same mentality where I'm like, okay, someone's just added us in Discord. It's like the same mentality I have, if that makes sense. It's like, why are you going to this place if you hate it? It's like if I bring you to a theme park, but you hate theme parks because something happened to you at a theme park. It's like, you're not going to enjoy it.
Instead of actually trying to enjoy the theme park, you just sat there, like, crossing your arms and, like, not doing anything. It's like, well, you're not going to like it then. Like, they did somewhat, like, try, but they didn't. They liked all the guys who were ECW. They didn't like anybody who wasn't ECW except for CM Punk and Angle. So it's just like, yeah, like, you like the most WWE fucking jobber ever to exist in the world. You like him. Yeah, you fucking, like, Big Show's he's been wrestling. He's been doing extreme stuff. Maybe you don't like Batista because, Batista's got limitations. But fuck it, Big Show's been trying. And ultimately, this match is to build up Sabu coming out at the end. We're going to deprive you of all the ECW stuff we can. So Sabu can come out and fucking fight the Big Show. But no, fuck you. We're bored. This is shit. I don't like it. Stop dipping your hand in the gumbo if you don't like the fucking spice. Just, don't like that. It's like, fucking. It's just, like I said, we joke about this a lot, but I just don't like the fucking ECW fandom.
It's so funny, like ECW, like, don't get me wrong, ECW was the grunge to wrestling in the 90s. Don't get me wrong, I'm not denying that, but we like fucking get over it, lads. ECW was a cool promotion, yes. You're allowed to love it, but if your entire opinion is based off ECW, like, how can I put it? If you like RVD in ECW and then he goes to WWE because better money. Oh no, here actually this example works perfectly for this. Mike Awesome. He left ECW, went to WCW for more money. Yes, he was world champion, but he was going to drop the belt. Fans shit on Mike Awesome and wanted him to die because he jumped ship to a promotion that was offering him more money. Yes, I agree. Yes, he was world champion and all that, commitments and shit. But if you're being paid better money in another company, are you going to sit in your job where the checks may bounce, but you might get paid on a random Tuesday, or go to a company that's going to pay you weekly to show up, be that 70s guy, the fat chick chiller? Would you prefer that over fucking, Paul, you're gonna pay me? I've like a wife and kids to feed. You see, I would, but I just ran off the Hammerstein ballroom. You see, Austin, I would, but I can't pay you this week.
But it's like anybody in their right mind takes a WCW job. Anyone in their right mind goes, yeah, fuck it, whatever you want, I'm getting. Like, cause they were getting the downside guarantees. They were getting the money no matter what. Like, it's why in the invasion, most of the WCW guys weren't there, because they were still getting their fucking fat stacks till like 2001 or some shit, you know? Like, they went, I'm not fucking breaking contract. Still getting paid.
That's why all the shit ones went, like Awesome and, well, Awesome's that shit, but like Austin, Awesome and like DDP and fucking...
Yeah, exactly. Like,
Bagwell, fucking Billy Kidman.
Like,
they didn't go to Raw too. But like,
it's just really fucking wild how it's just, you paid to be here. Now fucking sit down and shut the fuck up. I don't know. I'm completely, like, a couple years ago, I probably would have been like, hijacking the show is fun. But at this point, I just don't care anymore. Like, I think the show's not about you. You're supposed to react to the show. You aren't the show. That's not the fucking point. You make the show better by actually engaging with it, not by fucking stomping your feet.
Like honestly, it's just like easy. Like, you still see it in modern wrestling, where it's like, if you like WWE, you hate AEW. If you like AEW, you hate WWE. Look at the hard cam side of AEW. No one's in attendance. The ratings for AEW are down 5% than last week. Company's dead. The company's dead in the water. It's like, wrestling is not as big as it once was, you fuckers. Yes, WWE is massive. We're not denying that. WWE is huge. It will always be fucking huge. But if you're trying to be, I don't care what people say, it is an alternative. You can fight me on that.
Yeah.
But if you're being backed by a billionaire, it's an alternative. If you're being backed by Jeff fucking Jarrett, it's not an alternative. It's only a seat in a fucking park full of seats. But like, like AEW is an alternative. It's not going to die. It's going to be going well, but it's going to be seen lesser. So when someone like Darby Allin appears on a new station, they're obviously going to go, oh, you're a WWE wrestler. They're not going to go, oh, you're an AEW wrestler. Tribalism is fucking shit in wrestling. It's shit. It makes no sense. Why are you tribal? Why do you have to like one promotion only, and hate all the other ones? It makes no fucking sense. It's so clueless. I don't want to say the R word, but you're so fucking dumb, beyond belief. It's because you believe in these morals that these wrestlers will care about you if you follow them, if you believe in them, if you dream about them, if you fucking bleed with them. But they don't care. As long as you buy their merchandise, they're happy. Sure, there's some fans some wrestlers who love the fans, who love when fans come up and go, can I take a photo of you? Even though you're having a meal with your wife and child, can I take a photo of you? Sure, wrestlers be like, sure. But on the inside, they don't want you there. It's fucking stupid. Why are you tribalists?
I mean,
it still happens today. This is happening in 2006. It's still fucking happening 20 years later, nearly. 19 years later, it's still happening. It's still happening, but it's only online now, where everyone's getting fucking upset. Everyone has an opinion, because everyone has to opinionate what wrestling should be and shouldn't be. Wrestling shouldn't be flips. It should be arms drags and takedowns. Wrestling shouldn't be arms drags and takedowns. It should be gimmicks. Wrestling shouldn't be gimmicks. It should be fucking 50 minutes in the ring and just do that. Fuck off. Grow up. Enjoy wrestling. Stop being tribalist. Pricks. You're benefiting no one, but winding everyone up because you think your opinion is important, but it's not important. It's not important. It'll never be important. The only time it'll be important is when they're asking a quiz on if it's important, and it won't be important then either. So enjoy what you enjoy. Sit down and shut the fuck up. But these fans don't want to shut the fuck up. They think they know how to run a promotion, but they clearly do not know how to run a promotion because your guys who you liked in ECW,
there's a reason why ECW's dead.
Are fucking shit, and we're not paid well, but we're given a handshake and a hot dog for nothing. I don't care if this leaves bad reviews, but half the ECW roster, you look at half the ECW roster, right? Look at half of them. Look, and I don't say compare them to modern wrestling, but look at half of them. Half of them were just literally doing chair shots to each other's heads. Yeah. Yes, that's all that mattered in ECW, but they were barely fucking wrestlers. I understand liking wrestlers. You want your wrestlers you loved when you were a child, but sometimes the wrestlers have to leave that farm and go work on a new farm. Yeah. But you people in 2006 wanted your wrestlers who clearly left that farm and went to another farm, whether they be dead, 6 foot under, or in TNA, fucking NWA, fucking other promotions I can't name, the Juggler Wrestling, whatever. It's just stupid. It's just stupid. You paid your tickets to see ECW. This is not fucking 1996 where it's Tommy Dreamer, Raven, Sabu, Chris Benoit, Eddie Guerrero, Rey Mysterio, Psychosis, Chavo Guerrero. It's not that. It's 2006 where it's Sandman, Tommy Dreamer, Test, Mike Goss, Mike Knox, Sucks Cox, Kelly, and all these new wrestlers. Either grow up, sit down, watch the wrestling, or just move the fuck on and don't show up. I hate this tribalism. I fucking hate it. It's like people complaining that they hate AEW, but will gladly go to an AEW show and just shit on the wrestlers. You're fucking stupid. I'm sorry, but this just fucking wound me up.
That fair enough, mate. I mean, I say that I am one of the wrestlers. I am one of the fans who shit on AEW, but I also
no, you're allowed to shit on it.
But I'm also not shitting on every single fucking show and finding reasons to get annoyed about it. I just don't watch it. I watched Revolution.
Yeah, that's fair enough.
It was okay. Wasn't great. Fell asleep near the end because the shows are too long. Got my issues. Not causing a fucking fuss saying how WWE's much better and you should only watch WWE because of AEW shit. Like, it's just... I get that wrestling is imbued in the whole idea behind wrestling, and what I think a lot of fans fail to understand is they want to believe... Hold on. They want to believe that competition will make wrestling better. And it has happened in some instances, but for the most part, especially in this modern day period, competition doesn't make it better. Alright? WWE's not looking at AEW going, oh, fucking hell, boys. The only time they're looking at them is whether they're saying, okay, can we sign Okada? Probably not. Tony's dropped about $17 billion on his doorstep. Probably not a smart reason. We can't really justify spending that, personally. Like, ultimately, AEW is an alternative. It's not the fucking same. And even towards the fucking ECW fans here, like, you pay to be here, you fucking idiots. Alright? It's like paying someone to shit in my mouth. Like, sound. Thank you for shitting all over me and taking my $30. Like, what's the fucking point?
Like, an example I'll give is like when I went to Wembley last year, I don't like Jericho. I don't mind Jericho. I'm just not a bigger fan than I was.
Especially not at the time.
Yeah.
Well, obviously came out the old the old allegations.
Like, obviously I don't like Jericho, but I wasn't sitting there sabotaging the fucking wrestling for the 71,000 fans or however many there was there. Like, just...
But I still believe, I still believe you are allowed to fucking boo a wrestler you don't like. You're still allowed to do it.
Yeah,
it's
you're
just
allowed to do it.
If you just start trying to hijack the show and making everything about the audience and taking the piss. Like, you are allowed to be like, fuck you, I don't like this wrestler, boo. You're allowed to boo him. Allowed to make a dumb chant. But if you make every single moment about yourself, you're clearly not a good wrestling fan. It's like the Beach Bulls. Fuck the Beach Bulls. Who cares? You're here to you pay to watch wrestling, you fucking wanker. What's wrong with you?
It's like people saying Maxine Dupree can't wrestle, and I'm like, it doesn't matter. She's getting paid better money than you, has probably better brand deals lined up and everything. Like, how can I look at it? We're like, wrestling does not matter in wrestling. It does matter now, obviously, to most fans, but to the larger audience, when they see wrestling, They're not looking at, oh, fucking Kenny Omega can hit a great V-trigger. Oh, fuck. Okada can hit a great Rainmaker. Oh, fuck. They're looking at the, oh, I wonder what Okada's doing in the Elite. Oh, this storyline's building. Oh, Roman versus Cody has all these elements built around it. Oh, it's fucking looking interesting. The Rock's with Roman, Cody's with Seth. They're looking at the promos. They're not looking at fucking, oh, can Roman Reigns work a 50-minute match with Kenny Omega? Like, fundamentally, wrestling to the outside perspective does not matter to wrestling. It's only to the little fans that care. That's why I don't get why you go, you can't wrestle, because clearly they can wrestle, just not the way you want them to wrestle. It's just you're stupid when you can't wrestle, because
I suppose
they clearly can, but just not the way you want to.
It's the realization that just because you're doing just because it's not how you'd want it to be, doesn't mean it's wrong.
Exactly.
Like, just because something's predictable doesn't mean it's fucking cheap. Just because it's fucking, like, just because it's not the way you want it to go doesn't mean it's just shit. Like,
exactly.
You learn that when you're no longer 13 years old. Like, ultimately, some things will go a different way. And in most instances, the different way it goes is probably better than you fucking thought it would. Because a lot of people, we all have our own preferences and biases. Just because it doesn't fulfill our fucking criteria, something good doesn't mean it. I mean, it's why the fucking melts are like 5-star matches of all fucking nonsense. Why? Because the Bucks and Ospreay have about fucking 73 between them. You think you might just ask, maybe he just likes the Young Bucks a lot. Maybe he just likes Okada and Omega and fucking Will Ospreay. Doesn't mean every match they fucking wrestle is a 5-star match. Just means he fucking loves their matches.
Like, famously, John Cena was asked this question. It came up recently. Was asked the question. I don't know when this question was asked, but I'm going to assume not a long time ago, but just about 2 years ago. When you wrestled AJ Styles at SummerSlam 2016, you did not get 5 stars from Dave from someone. We obviously know who this fan is referring to, Dave Meltzer. And Cena, of course, went, look, to me, my thing is I don't care what the ratings say. I just go out there, I wrestle, and what the fans appreciate is what the fans get. If the fans appreciate the way I wrestle, that's all that matters to me. And that's how I feel. A wrestler shouldn't care what some online dickhead has something to say about. The only person you should care about is the people that are paying to see you, that are giving you the money to your pocket. That's all they should care about. It's fun looking at Dave Meltzer's ratings. Then you realize they're so fucked, because people in the mindset have these opinions that Dave Meltzer's star ratings are up here and everyone else is down here. We all have different opinions. I think Jungle Boy's great. Everyone shits on me for that. I don't care. I can't wait for 5 years' time and you all turn around on Jungle Boy. I understand you want to look at someone rating your matches to go, how can I improve? But half the time, Dave Meltzer's just going, oh, he's great. All right, Dave, you're going to critique the match. No, he's great. And then you look at the Kurt Angle for Shawn Michaels match. Should have been 5 stars, 4.5 stars. His rating system is so fucked. He doesn't know his own ratings, because half the time he's making them up. He's throwing darts at the fucking wall. That's all he's doing. He's going, what, hey, 5 star, 6 star. But people have to realize the fact that Kurt Angle doesn't have a 5-star match, but Will Ospreay does. Something's off, because Kurt Angle is one of the greatest wrestlers of all time, and Dave Meltzer doesn't think that. So are we really going to sit here and listen to a 50, 60-year-old man tell us who to enjoy and who not to enjoy, when you could clearly get that base yourself by judging the wrestling by yourself and actually being a fan? Because it's another thing that pisses me off. Why are we all listening to someone else's opinion on wrestling? Sure, I listen to Adam Cheaty's opinion on wrestling. Sure, I think what he thinks about wrestling. So I might take a bit of influence from him. I'm like, he's recommending Mojo Rawley versus Zack Ryder on Superstars from 2016. I might check it out. Seems like a good match. We obviously will critique all that stuff. But why are we just so I'm not going to reference that guy. Tom Campbell said that Will Ospreay versus Kenny Omega was a great match. There was a lot of footwork in it. It was great. Why are we listening to Tom Campbell? He's a fan. He's a fan like us. We shouldn't be listening to influencers podcasters like us, you shouldn't be listening to us how we think of wrestling, because the only person who can tell you what to think of wrestling is yourself. Because obviously, I'm going to think differently about the star system. Ashley's going to think different about the star system. I'm going to think differently about wrestlers. He's going to think differently about wrestlers. There's some wrestlers that I like Darby Allin, Will Ospreay, that Ash doesn't like. And then there's some wrestlers that I don't like that Ash likes. Like the Big Show. I don't mind the Big Show, but he likes the Big Show. Kevin Thorne's another one of Ash's favorites. Not really a fan, but I understand. We're all different, but we all want to believe this one person online controls the narrative. No one controls the narrative but you, and no one realizes that. You're all being worked by everyone.
It's like it's genuinely Pavlov's dog. It's like, oh well, Meltzer said it's a 5-star match. I didn't think it was a 5-star match. It's like, who the fuck cares? Who cares? Will Ospreay has 37 5-star matches. How many of those matches had a fucking overarching big cool story?
None.
Okada's 27 5-star matches. How many of those? Like, yeah, maybe the fucking Kenny ones, sure. Maybe those are fine. How many Kenny matches have this big it's just a fucking match, and it's all how you depend on what you view a match as. Why are some of the best what's one is seen as one of the better matches probably of all time is the fucking Undertaker Triple H Hell in a Cell with Shawn Michaels as a special guest ref. Honestly, it's probably what Johnny Gargano fucking watched to influence his wrestling style, because it's like, oh, niffle. That is probably one of the best, one of the better matches overall. And this had so much fucking legacy behind it, so much fucking storyline behind it. Triple H couldn't beat The Undertaker, Shawn couldn't beat The Undertaker, and together they can't fucking beat The Undertaker. And even Undertaker at the end, he's at the end of his fucking ropes. He can't do it anymore. All right, he's at death's door essentially in these matches, and like that's where the legacy comes from. It comes from the story. It comes from the fucking investment in the match, and I feel like that's fucking lost because I don't unsurprisingly, I don't give a shit about work rate. I don't fucking care. Everybody's a good wrestler. Who the fuck cares if you can wrestle a good match? And I don't give a shit about flips, don't give a shit about, a fucking technical masterclass. Who cares? Why are we policing our viewing of wrestling like this? I personally believe wrestling should have a fucking story. I don't give a shit about... I don't want to watch a show with 3 hours with 2 hours of just wrestling matches that are just passing the time. I'm not that sort of wrestling fan. I don't care. I don't need to watch people wrestle for shits and giggles. You know? Tell me something. Improve the character. Make a story. Do something like that. Don't fucking... Why are you trying to get a 5-star match? Who cares? At the end of the day, if you tell the story that you've been told to fucking tell, that's all that matters. Not every match should be like... I think it's one thing goes back to Joe, where it's he kind of angles it as people trying to practice their 5-star matches over and over again. But who cares? You're just making people not want to see more. Less is more, but not in fucking modern day wrestling where everything is fucking thrown in to this big, massive fucking kick out 70 times match. Because, there's this one spot that we must do and it'll be really cool, even though it probably could have finished about 20 minutes ago. Less is more. Stop fucking bloating your wrestling shows. Take about 2 hours off the fucking runtime. And just have a concrete wrestling show that's easy to follow, and you don't need to watch the 7 other fucking shows that you produce in the same week to actually stay coordinated. It's fucking ridiculous. It's why I like the developmental wrestling. It's simple. It's fucking basic. I don't care if Test isn't going to wrestle a 20-minute match. I don't fucking care. I don't need him to. Because what he does well. And that's all he's expected to do. Please fucking calm down, take out 50% of what you're doing, and then bring it out on the big moment, bring it out on the big fucking stage. Alright, I don't give a shit if you get a 5-star match on Revolution. Get it a Double or Nothing or something. Get it at the main show, get it at the big show. You're making people give less of a shit. Why the fuck? What? Like, what? How do we tell what's important anymore? If every single show's treated as the same. We need levels. We need layers. Stop fucking practicing your 5-star matches on every single show you're on. Your fucking your career will thank you for it, so you're not fucking retired by the age of 33.
It's like people fighting over eras of wrestling. Like the Ruthless Aggression era was the best wrestling. The Attitude era had no wrestling. It's like you people have to realize that wrestling has changed over the decades. It's like Jim Cornette's opinions on wrestling today are not going to be fundamental to today's wrestling. Yeah, sure, he might have great ideas, but is that really going to get someone to watch? Are they really going to listen to a 60-year-old? Yeah, sure. So why am I saying that? The fucking wrestling fans will listen to a 60-something-year-old man complain about wrestling and saying, fuck you, Vince Russo. So I am wrong. But, like, it's like each era is different. Like, Attitude Era, Crash TV. Ruthless Aggression Era, big stars. I don't really know how to describe it. Huh?
Big stars, shit matches.
Exactly. PG era, kind of in the middle, kind of in between both. Figuring out time, basically.
Then you get to the work rate era. That period.
Yeah, the authority
Good
era.
matches, shit stories.
Exactly. Modern day, great wrestling, shit stories. Except for the odd few. Because the best thing about wrestling is, it's like a jigsaw puzzle in a sense. You can always figure out what the best piece is if you just let the booker or let people actually tell you, look, maybe we should book this in advance. It's why the Hangman Adam Page storyline is probably why I consider Hangman Adam Page my Stone Cold. I know that will piss off people, but you know what I say? Fuck you. It's my take. I can do what I want with it. Hangman Page is my Stone Cold for the simple fact, like, he was built up as this anxious, millennial, depressed cowboy. And people just hate Hangman because he didn't take advice from certain wrestlers that he should have. Grow up. You're fucking pathetic. It's like he had a great storyline. Cody's having a great storyline now at the moment. He's feuding with the bloodline. You know, you have Seth in there as well. You have Roman and Rock. I don't like the Rock. He's gonna be like me getting out. He's gonna be like me having a shit. He's gonna be like me when I get out of the shower. Just
but yeah, I think it's just because there's so much wrestling. I think wrestling's so saturated that, like, you can't really just have a pick and mix. You have to have it all, and I don't think you should have the option of having it all. I think you should fucking, like, I don't know, man. I do enjoy wrestling. I'm a wrestling fan at the core. But at this point, whatever I think of a wrestling show isn't really being fucking seen. Because, you know, I don't like I said, give me a story. Give me something more fucking interesting. I don't care if you can wrestle a 40-minute match on a fucking episode of Dynamite. Alright? Can we just stop saturating the wrestling? Can we have some wrestlers who are shit and we know they're shit and they're doing their best, and that's fine because they're trying to get better. But, like, they're never going to be as good as the standards you're setting in your fucking brain. It is like the Maxine Dupree thing where it's like, oh, she's shit. It's like, yeah, well, at least she's fucking trying. She's wrestling each fucking week, each fucking day, trying to get better. She's probably never going to be like a fucking technical wizard, but that's not what she's supposed to be. That's not who she is. That's not the wrestler she's trying to be. She's just trying to get the fundamentals down and go from there. Fuck, man. Like, we don't need this anymore. We simply don't need it anymore. Nothing should be viewed by one fucker's opinion on something. Like, it's what I fucking preach and, like, other shit as well. Why does everybody just take one source and make it their opinions? At that point, you have opinions on someone else's opinions. That's not a fucking opinion. That's not unique thought. You've not thought about this. You've went, oh, they thought that, and I agree, so I'm gonna fucking shout this opinion out like it's something interesting. It's not. It's shit. You've not made your own opinion. You're not your own person. It's not unique thought. Stop fucking going to other people to figure out how you feel. Figure it out yourself. It's a more interesting conversation that way. Fucking wrestling fans, man. Absolutely. And just to wrap it back around, like, it's just the ECW fans have bought into going to ECW to hijack the show that they know is going to be main event by the Big Show. And it's just stupid, right? They don't care. They've got the money. Who the fuck cares? We're all getting paid. We're all getting the fucking paid our money for this. Why does it matter if they're booing? In fact, it adds to it even more. Because suddenly, the match ends. The match ends by DQ. Yeah, fuck you. This is an ECW. This is an ECW. Sabu! Yeah! Fuck. See, it worked. It's exactly what they fucking planned to do. You're telling me they're going to Philly and they're saying, or New York rather. They're like, oh, well, fucking, we're going to put Big Show and Batista in the main event. The most WWE-centric guys known to man. And you're telling me they don't understand that the crowd are going to boo it. Of course they fucking do. And then obviously Sabu comes out at the end. And fucking what a surprise, he gets cheered. He gets cheered in the Hammerstein Ballroom. Fucking hell, only Tommy Dreamer could dream of this. Like, fucking wishes. It's just fucking ridiculous. How fucking useless do you have to be? I'm gonna give my hard-earned money to go to a wrestling show and fucking I'm not gonna enjoy it. Great.
Pointless. But I guess to wrap this around, I'm gonna read an article. I'm gonna read an article about TNA from the 8th of the 2nd, 2006, which is the 2nd of the 8th if you're British and Irish and European. So it's written by Bob Colin, I think. I'll just put it here so I'm not looking down. I'm still looking down, but still. It says a video package promoting the Small Joe, Monty Brown, and Rhino feud starts the show. The video package also highlights Christian Cage wanting to be in Sting's corner at Hard Justice. Jeremy Borash, good old JB, is backstage revealing that Sting has accepted Christian Cage in his corner at Hard Justice. NWA World Champion Jeff Jarrett, of course Jeff Jarrett, enters the scene, and he's pissed about this news. Slick Johnson enters the scene and says Jim Cornette is having a meeting and wants everyone there. Johnson notes that Cornette wants to talk to Steiner especially. Steiner is back in TNA. Let's go. Steiner smacks Johnson on the head before walking out. Conan takes over the announce table, running Don West and Mike Tenay from the table. Your opening contest is LAX, Homicide and Hernandez versus Jelly Clark and Chasing Rance. What the fuck are these names?
Isn't he the nonce? He's the nonce. Chasing Rance.
Is he the nonce?
Yeah.
And this one's spelled Chasyn.
Yeah, he's the nonce.
fucking gets the nonce police out. Fucking look at this, man. LAX waste no time attacking their opponent, sending them to the floor. Hernandez presses Rance into the ring from the floor. Hernandez splashes Clark in the corner and delivers the border toss. Homicide delivers the Gringo Killer on Rance, and they get the win with a double pin. And this guy just knows LAX is a lot of fun. NWA Tag Team Champions AJ Styles and Christopher Daniels appear on the big screen. Styles has a neck brace on and says he'll send Homicide to the hospital. Daniels issues a challenge to Homicide for next week. Daniels says the match will end with 187 on Homicide, bitch. Conan chimes in and says that guys like Daniels are his bitch. The other was a bit off and it's doubling up. Backstage, Samoa Joe cuts a promo on Monty Brown. Up to the Monty Brown. Saying that Brown loses when he gets to the Big Show. Joe talks about being undefeated for 14 months and they will know why. Backstage, Jeff Jarrett and Scott Steiner attack Jay Lethal, wanting to know where Christian Cage is at. Lethal is left lying. Funny how now they're tag team partners. Isn't it fun how tables have turned? A video promoted Bobby Roode, who's seen as the hottest free agent in professional. Okay, that's not true. Hottest free agent in professional wrestling in 2006. Fuck off, mate. Fuck right off. Sorry, that wound me up. Shane Douglas cuts a promo in the ring saying that every team has a roadblock and puts over America's Most Wanted for dominating the division. Douglas introduces the Naturals, who have dealt with AMW for their entire career. Second contest is America's Most Wanted versus Chris Harris and James Storm versus the Naturals, Chase Stevens and Andy Douglas. Harris knee lifts Stevens but misses a left hand. Stevens and Douglas hammer away on AMW in opposite corners and hit leaping shoulder blocks and Storm. Harris is rammed into the corner and dropped on the mat for a near fall. Storm sneaks attack and they hit a side slam, first DDT combo on Stevens. Storm hits a side Russian leg sweep for a near fall on Stevens. Storm nearly decks Harris on accident. Stevens sends Storm into Harris on the apron. Storm accidentally clotheslines Harris. And Stevens gets a roll up on Storm for the title. And this guy just gave a rating. After the match, Steiner and Jarrett run down to the ring and attack the Naturals. Harris plants Stevens with the canatonic and Storm super kicks Douglas. The NWA World Champion Jeff Jarrett has a microphone. What's he going to say, Ash? What is he going to say?
I don't want to know.
And says that Christian Cage will have to come out right now. Larry Sabisco, with an awful wig, comes out and says he's just got off the phone with Jim Cornette. Sabisco has to tell Jarrett some important orders. Sabisco says that if the people involved don't comply with the orders, then they will suffer the same fate as Earl Hebner and will be fired. Sabisco says that Scott Steiner must meet with Jim Cornette tonight. Jeff Jarrett must leave the building right now. Jarrett doesn't like the news, but AMW is talking sense into Jarrett. Mike Tenay has a sit-down interview with... Hold on, how fucking long is this?
Yeah, fuck me. We've already been going for like 10 minutes on this fucking thing.
Yeah, fuck it. We're in the long haul. I might as well continue this article. Mike Tenay had a sit-down interview with Sting. Tenay asked for Sting's thoughts on Cornette. Sting thinks that Cornette is calling the shots that he should. Tenay brings up having Christian Cage in his corner a hard justice. Sting doesn't see anyone else to have in his corner than Christian Cage. Sting is glad to have Cage in his corner. Sting doesn't disagree with the notion. And if he were to lose, then his run in TNA has been a failure. Sting wants to win the NWA World Championship. Also get rid of Jarrett from TNA. Sting agrees with Jarrett on one thing. There's not enough room for both of them in TNA. A video package promoting TNA X Division champion Senshi. Senshi highlights the 5 men competing in the main event, challenging for the championship at Hard Justice. Senshi gives a scouting report on all 5 men. At the main event is Jay Lethal, Sanjay Dutt, P.T. Williams, Ash's boy, and Joe's boy, Frankie Kazarian, versus Alex Shelley. All 5 men start off brawling with Kazarian sending Shelley.
Who wins? Who wins?
Hold on, let me read. The Canadian Destroyer, P.T. Williams.
Okay. Well, next
and
time.
Then just...
Oh, there's more.
No. That's it. Yeah. Next time I won't read from this big fucking article.
Yeah, next time we don't need a fucking 3,000 word essay on what happened in TNA. One would argue it's probably better than WWE ECW, but this show was good fun, even if the crowd tried to spoil it by being petulant children. Because ultimately, you're never going to get over with every single fan. There'll always be a group who don't like you or don't care. So ultimately, you just have to appeal to what is, you have to appeal to the most. You have to appeal to the ones who are actually gonna... It's like most people don't actually spend money on the things they like. Like how much money have I spent on wrestling in the last couple of years? Like nothing. You want to actually go to the customers who are actually going to support you and want you to be better, rather than the customers who are going to be indifferent. But there we are. And unsurprisingly, the fucking Hammerstein Ballroom crowd is not the ones you want to go to when selling ECW, because they will still buy I suppose actually OLite, they will still buy the tickets. They'll just try hijack the show and act like they're bigger than ECW when they're defined by it. Fucking sick of it. But there we are. This was a ranty edition of WWE ECW episode 8. We both went off for about 10 minutes each. And maybe it's given some more clarity to some people about our general stances on wrestling. We are still wrestling fans. We're united by that fact, and we will continue to be wrestling fans. But obviously, we'd both have things we'd change. So tell us what you think. Do you agree with us? Do you disagree with us? It's fine. Whatever you think, it doesn't matter. Because we're all going to be in the comment section anyways, having a little fucking bish bash bosh. Thank you for watching WWE ECW number 8. It's the August 1st edition, 2006. CM Punk debuted, Kurt Angle's back, and Extreme Big Show loses by disqualification. Hell of a night. Hell of a fucking show. Thank you for watching. We've been One More Match. Make sure to join us on the next one. See you then. Bye-bye.